We have some breaking news as in the wee hours of the morning a couple of hours ago. San Francisco staying busy in 2024 NFL free agency in signing former All-Pro linebacker Eric Kendricks. We got a lot to get to as well as an update on Joey Bosa, but first, the new league year officially starts this afternoon, 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. We'll be going live an hour before that right here on the San Francisco 49ers Report for what we call pretty much day 3 of NFL free agency. We have talked about every single move that the Niners have made up until this point, and we've had a lot of fun during our live stream. So make sure you hit that bell icon, you hit that subscribe button. Therefore, when we do go live, you'll be notified. And with that, let's talk about Eric Kendricks to the San Francisco 49ers. As many of you know, this is the San Francisco 49ers Report. Some of you don't know that, but I'm Chase Sr., and today's show is sponsored by True Classic. I'm wearing one of their shirts right now. Limited time only. Fantastic deal. Out with the old, in with the new. Get rid of those crappy t-shirts. TrueClassic.com/chatsports. 25% off. We'll tell you more about that offer coming up here in just a little bit. So when I said wee hours of the morning, I wasn't lying. 4:15 a.m. Eastern Time is when Adam Schefter broke the news that the San Francisco 49ers are signing former Chargers and Vikings linebacker Eric Kendricks. It's going to be a one-year deal. He was a Chargers captain last year, very well respected in every locker room that he's been in, from UCLA to Minnesota to Los Angeles. And last year, he started 14 games, finished second on the team with 117 tackles. Chase, why was he let go? We'll get to that here in a moment. And Eric Kendricks, for those of you who are worried about Dre Greenlaw and his recovery from that torn Achilles, which obviously he suffered in February in the Super Bowl on that freak play as he was taking the field alongside his linebacker running mate in Fred Warner after a punt, and that's when the Achilles gave out. He had been dealing with that Achilles tendonitis. This is basically going to be your Dre Greenlaw replacement, depending on when Greenlaw is going to be able to come back, or the holdover option for once Dre Greenlaw does return. And then when you want to run those 3 linebacker packages, Kendricks is more than capable of still playing at a really high level. And that's what this signing is. He was released by the Chargers to save LA $6.5 million. And going into this week, the Chargers were in financial cap hell, $21 million over the cap. And by the start of the new league year, this afternoon, 4 o'clock Eastern, they have to get under that number. So a couple of weeks ago, they released Eric Kendricks to save $6.5 million, and that's why they might have to release a Joey Bosa, a Khalil Mack, a Keenan Allen, a player of that regard. Kendricks has been in the league for a long time. He was a 2015 second-round pick out of UCLA. He's 32 years old. First-team All-Pro in 2019. He was with Minnesota from the time he was drafted up until 2022. Chargers in 2023, where he was still a really good player. While I like this signing, instincts, has a knack for making plays. He's available. He's a playmaker. 8 straight years of 100-plus tackles, and he gave up 0 touchdowns in coverage in 2023. You look at those 2023 numbers furthermore, those 117 tackles, 7 TFL, so he can make plays in the backfield, 3.5 sacks, 6 pass breakups with those 0 touchdowns given up in coverage, and 1 forced fumble. His coverage numbers, not bad. Completion rate, as he's gotten a little bit older, he's been prone to giving up more plays in the pass game, 78% there, but no touchdowns. So when he had to buckle down in the red area, he did. And he didn't give up big explosive plays, but a quarterback rating of 101, 6 PBUs and 0 interceptions there. And when I say this guy's a tackling machine, I was in on Bobby Wagner for a long time, and a big reason for that was because Bobby Wagner was always available, veteran, really great player. Eric Kendricks obviously doesn't have the resume of Wagner, who's going to be a future Hall of Famer in this league, but 100 tackles, 8 straight years is really, really good production, and you can count on him. So I like this signing. I was pushing for Bobby Wagner. This is very similar. San Francisco moving forward with Fred Warner, Kendricks, D. Winters, Jalen Graham, plenty good enough for this linebacking core. So with that, I ask you this, your level of excitement in the Eric Kendricks signing. Scale it for me from 1 to 100 down below in the comment section right now. This is a solid signing for San Francisco. Coming up next, is the real Joey Bosa buzz? Also, is Khalil Mack an option? Stay tuned for that. But first, as I mentioned off the top, today's show sponsored by True Classic. Head to trueclassic.com/chatsports and you can get 25% off of your order. Out with your old workout tees with sweat stains and holes in them. Come on now. You're not looking swaggy with that. And in with True Classic's ultra comfortable, stretchy activewear. True Classic is made with stank-free, moisture-wicking technology. So you can do all the things that you want to do while being comfortable. Look good, feel good. You know that's the motto for me and producer Cullen, who's crushing it here at Chat Sports, doing a Niners report with me for the first time. From running on the treadmill to going on a beer run. You know, I like to do both. As long as you're moving, True Classic has the gear for you. They've already helped over 3 million men look great, and now you can save big while you move in 2024. So with a limited time only, you get 25% off when you shop now with my exclusive link, trueclassic.com/chatsports. And as you can see with all of the photos that we're showing you, the hoodies, dope. Joggers, awesome. T-shirts, fit well. And you can be a little bit larger in size. I used to be like 215, 220 pounds. I slimmed down. Now I'm looking a little bit more cut in these shirts, but you know I like to take down some beers here at work. Sometimes the belly can get a little bit wonky. You can't even tell with True Classic. So the ladies love it. All their shirts made to accentuate the places that the eyes go first, tighter in the arms and chest, but with the perfect amount of room in your midsection. And these packed t-shirts, they're awesome as well, really adding to your wardrobe. Most importantly, very affordable price tag. So one more time, it's 25% off. trueclassic.com/chatsports. We are going to put that link down below in the comment section as well as in the description of this video. Anything you really want to add to your wardrobe to look good, feel good, and save some dough, True Classic has you covered. Now let's get to the latest on Joey Bosa. Cheryl Bosa is Mama Bosa, Mrs. Bosa. And throughout this week on Instagram, she's been pushing for Joey and Nick to play with one another with the San Francisco 49ers because Joey Bosa's future with the Chargers somewhat up in the air because of all of the money that he's owed, the time that he's missed the last couple of years. He's only played 14 games, and the amount of money that the Chargers would be able to save. So we showed you a couple of pictures. Oh my gosh, do it for mama. You see Joey Bosa and Nick Bosa right there rocking the Niners gear, and then the photo before that, basically the same thing. If the Chargers cut Bosa, Los Angeles, with this new regime, Jim Harbaugh leading the way, they will save $47.3 million over the span of the next two campaigns. And there is a little bit of pressure for the Chargers to figure out what exactly they want to do because Bosa is due a $17 million salary as well as a $7 million bonus on the third day of the new league year, which is on Friday. So there's a little bit of a pinch, and the Chargers have to get under that cap number by the start of the new league year, 4 o'clock Eastern here on Wednesday. So not only is Joey Bosa an option, there's been a lot of rumblings behind that. Wouldn't surprise me because you can still have Joey Bosa, and you can still have Leonard Floyd, and you can still have Yetur Gross-Matos as your edge rushers with Drake Jackson as another backup. You're going to need 4 of them anyway. And Khalil Mack is also a cut option or a trade option. The reason why San Francisco is not going to trade for either Bosa or Mack and why they haven't made a move and they're waiting it out right now because they're smart. They know that if they trade for these players, they have to give something up and pay them that salary that they are due. If those players are released, cut, then San Francisco can sign those players to a new deal. Now, Khalil Mack was awesome. Age 31 season, 17 sacks. Statistically, arguably his best of his NFL career. Better player, I would imagine, more durable player, but we know that Nick and Joey Bosa want to play with one another. Stay tuned. We'll see what happens, maybe even as early as at some point today. So the Niners updated free agency tracker here. Colton McKivitz, 1 year, $7 million extension. Brandon Allen back on a 1-year deal. I think he could be Brock Purdy's backup because Sam Darnold got $10 million from the Minnesota Vikings. Leonard Floyd, 2 years, $20, $12 million guaranteed. I love the value there. He's one of 3 players in the NFL to have 9+ sacks in each of the last 4 years, joining Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year, and Hassan Reddick, very good edge rusher. Juwan Jennings, free agent tender. If he plays under that tender, second-round tender, $4.89 million if he doesn't come to an agreement on a contract extension. If another team wants to sign Jennings, they have to give him a new deal and squander a second-round pick. Yetur Gross-Matos, edge rusher who could play defensive tackle, stand-up guy, put his hand in the dirt. I'm excited about the measurables, 6'5", 250, 30-inch arms. George Odum, back on a 2-year, $10 million extension. Jordan Elliott, 2 years, 10. He was number 6 last year in run-stop win rate per ESPN. So a beefy defensive tackle, good against the run. Niners need to improve there. And then the most recent one, we're not sure what the money is for Eric Kendricks, but we know it's a 1-year contract. We'll be live later. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Appreciate everybody who's been tuning into our coverage all throughout this week. I think we do as good of a job or a better job than any other YouTube channel out there because we inform you, we know ball, we entertain you, and we have a lot of fun. We'll catch you in a few hours live right here on the 49ers Report.